It's time for another episode of Pottawattamie County Roots presented by Hoy Kilnosky Funeral Home. I am Todd Studer, and if you do not recognize where I'm at right now, I have made the return to Hancock to visit Botna Bend Park inside of the Pottawattamie County Conservation Park System. And the reason that I came back today was because if you remember, there was an episode that I did from here going back was it May? I think it was in May. And it showed everything after a controlled burn was out here, and everything was black. Everything was all the way down, and just the tiniest little bit of life was starting to come back. Well, the area that I'm standing right next to here was part of that. Take a look. Yeah. It is back. I'm hearing some birds chattering at me right now. So I thought I'd just go for a walk. We'd kind of take a look around, see where things are at right now. I've started at the north campgrounds, and I'm making my way back through the park and the trails. And one of the exciting things to see, which by the way, as I'm recording this, it's a Thursday. It's a little under 70 degrees. It is kind of a humid, it was a little misty on the ride over here, but all in all, it's a very beautiful day to be outside. Humidity isn't even really all that high. So we are taking a look around to see just all of the new growth that has happened since the last time we were out here. And it looks like we've got a warning sign right here that's telling me that there is an electric fence somewhere. I'm not really sure where that's at, but I don't think it's on the trails. I think it's just saying that it is out here. It might be part of the Bison enclosure. So walking through this, it is completely different. This was, as I said, everything was black. It was flat. Looking out over that, it was almost like a moon landscape, if you will. But now it's all grown back, and it is a completely different experience out here at Botna Bend right now. And they did those controlled burns in all of the park systems around, so it's going to be different all across, whether you're headed over to Old Town or whether you're going to Arrowhead, maybe to Hitchcock. So could be any of the park system that is going to look completely different now. So if you haven't been back yet this year, you really should, and just get the new experience. I did see that they were out mowing today. This grass is making my shoes pretty wet, so it's got to be a little bit of a struggle for the people that are out mowing. With just how clumpy that grass might get. But they do such a wonderful job with the park systems and making sure that everything is ready for when you come out here. As I said, the North Campgrounds had a lot of people already there on a Thursday, and that is very good to see. The last time that I was here, and even last year, North Campgrounds were pretty empty, but now there's probably a half a dozen campers out there so far, and I'm sure that that will continue to grow as we get into the weekend. We're just kind of in the heart of summer, getting a cooler day today, so getting out and taking advantage of that is it's made my day anyway, a whole lot better anytime that I can be out in nature. It's just how I'm wired, that this is what feeds my soul. So continuing on, I know that the bison are on this end now. As I'm headed back toward the enclosure, we'll see if we make it far enough to be able to see them. Boy, my socks are just getting soaked inside of these shoes. I started to think about this coming out here to do this because I had a little bit of window of time after I'd already gotten into the studios today. So I didn't wear the right footwear. I do not have my hiking shoes on today, but that's all right. What's the worst that can happen? My socks get wet? Yeah, we can handle that. Because, I mean, here, let's take a look at this trail that I'm walking down. It's very well defined. It's grass the entire way. We've had a fair amount of rain, so it's got a little bit of give to it. It's not really hard. And just a really beautiful day to be out. I'm taking a look. So far, I haven't seen any mosquitoes, and I'm going to cross my fingers with that because I didn't bring any repellent with me either. When a family experiences loss, every detail matters. Hoy Kilnosky Funeral Home and Crematory provides compassionate guidance and personalized services designed to honor each life in a meaningful way. From traditional funerals and cremation services to pre-planning and grief resources, their experienced team is there to help lighten the burden. Hoy Kilnosky Funeral Home and Crematory in Council Bluffs. Learn more at hoyfuneral.com. Turn your business vision into a digital presence that gets noticed with Just Sue Creative. Founder Sue Pitts brings more than 20 years of small business development experience to every project, combining strategy with custom website design, SEO, branding, content creation, and marketing. Whether you need to build your online foundation, reach more customers, or just sharpen your message, Sue creates a budget-friendly plan tailored to your goals. Schedule your free consultation today at justsuecreative.com. Are you in the market for stylish, locally curated fashion that's close to home? Visit Unique Boutique Iowa in Neola at 101 4th Street, your destination for trendy clothing, accessories, and distinctive gifts. Open on the weekends, Saturdays 10 to 2, Sundays 11 to 3. You can always shop online at shopubiowa.com. A lot of folks already set up for the weekend in their RVs. Saw a couple of tents already here, and it's going to be that way everywhere. And I think that this would be a great weekend to get out and go camping. Keep in mind, we've talked about it before, that inside of the county park system where camping is, there is not reservations, with a couple of exceptions. You can reserve a cabin if one of the parks has a cabin available, such as at Arrowhead or at Hitchcock, or Hitchcock and the backcountry sites. You can reserve those because you have to pack everything in and pack everything back out again. That's going to be a completely different experience, which, by the way, is something that I've never done. I'm not really set up for backpacking. I don't have the type of tents that you can stuff into a rucksack or into a backpack to be able to take out there. Mine are, well, quite a bit bigger, and especially my canvas bell tent, and I've shown you that before. Actually, we did one with the setup of it. Yeah, it goes up to 9 feet tall and 16 feet across. That's not fitting in a backpack. So we don't really, not really an option for me. Plus, it wouldn't fit on the sites in the backcountry sites at Hitchcock. But I've heard people do it. I've seen them headed out there. I've been out at Hitchcock when folks were backpacking in, and they just had everything with them. It's a completely different experience, and it's one of the great things that makes our county parks in Pottawattamie County so wonderful, is because they can provide a different experience depending on what it is that you're looking for. This particular place, this is where I come when I need a little solitude, some peace and quiet. Even when there's a lot of people here, you can still find places where you don't see anyone. As I said, there's a lot of RVs and campers here already. I haven't seen another person other than the one that was on the mower. So that tells me plenty of opportunities for solitude. This is more of a stroll than it is a hike. If you go to Hitchcock, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, and there's a lot of ups and downs at Arrowhead too. But here at Botna Bend, as we're walking, the Nishnabotna River is just over there, just past all of the prairie grass, so we can't really see it from here. But it's a much more laid-back experience, and for me, that's what I really like. So as we keep moving our way down this path, one thing I have noticed is that it feels a lot quieter here now, and that's with all the growth. I'm kind of an audio guy, so seeing that all of this has gotten higher, and then hearing that the volume level has gone down. Yeah, I can hear the mower in the background just a little bit, but if I had been out here earlier when all of this was much lower, the sound would be a lot louder. A lot of wildlife that I'm hearing. Birds chattering at me, a couple of squirrels, and the bison are coming up here in just a little bit. It's been a really good summer for me, as you can tell, and I mentioned at the beginning of this, we are now presented by Hoy Kilnosky Funeral Home, and it was a big privilege for me to get Mike Hoy involved with what it is that I'm doing with Pottawattamie County Roots, because he has always supported the area. He has supported, whether it be inside of Council Bluffs, where the Hoy-Kilnowski Funeral Home is, or out in the other areas around the county. He's a believer in supporting where you live, and that's why the shows exist. So it just made a perfect sense for me to bring Mike on board and to get him involved with this. Boy, isn't it just beautiful out here? I'm telling you, everything is incredibly green right now, and part of that is because we've had some recent rains, and I'm sure that it has just refreshed everything, and the ground is, as I mentioned earlier, still kind of soft. So it's very pleasant out here. Although this thing where you walk and talk at the same time, altogether different than being in the studio. I keep feeling like I'm chasing my breath a little bit and trying to get my breathing down. Boy, it's almost, let me see if we can go up a little bit. This is what I'm walking under. The trees have grown out and really kind of canopied over this trail. It is just wonderful out here. All right, coming up again on a sign that is talking about an electric fence. So I think that this is something that we need to be aware of. And as a matter of fact, there is a fence here that I didn't see before when I was out here. So this is it right there. I'm assuming that that is what it is that they're talking about as we're walking along. Actually, that's just netting. I don't think that is electric, so I'm not going to touch it either way. I think it's probably better to be safe than sorry. I can see bison though now. Let's turn you around and hold up the camera here a little bit. Do you see them out there? Yeah, we're getting closer. And the last time that I came walking along this trail, they weren't real happy to see me. And I had one of the big bison bumped his head up against that. That happened a couple of years ago and really kind of got me going. Yep, they're looking over at me now. I do see that they're paying attention to who it is that's walking by and making sure that I'm not going to cause any problems for them. Nope, I'm not. I have no interest in getting too close to these guys. Give them plenty of space, and we can let them just do their thing. Yeah, there are a lot of them are staring me down right now. Let's point you back this direction and let you see the bison that are out here. It is a unique experience that we get to have in Pottawattamie County, and you can see the white bison. What have we got? 3, 4 of them out here now. Just powerful animals. And again, they are just kind of eyeing me a little bit, and then they went back to grazing again. So one of my favorite things about being out here.
What if your healthcare provider came to you? Me to You is an Iowa-based in-home primary care practice, bringing personalized medical care directly to your home. Especially helpful for people who have difficulty getting out, Me to You serves patients of all ages, from children through end-of-life care, from wellness visits and chronic disease management to preventative care and advanced care planning. That means less time traveling, less time in waiting rooms, and more time where it matters most. Learn more at me2you.care or call 641-843-8405. Turn your business vision into a digital presence that gets noticed with Just Sue Creative. Founder Sue Pitts brings more than 20 years of small business development experience to every project, combining strategy with custom website design, SEO, branding, content creation, and marketing. Whether you need to build your online foundation, reach more customers, or just sharpen your message, Sue creates a budget-friendly plan tailored to your goals. Schedule your free consultation today at justsuecreative.com.
This particular part of the trail hasn't been mowed behind me, so looks like we may be walking the fence line along with these bison. So we'll see whether or not they tolerate me doing that, because as I said before, I've gotten a little bit of a put on notice by one of them as he bumped his big head into the fence and said, hey, just keep moving. This is our home. And I 100% agree with that. All right, let's put you out this direction so you kind of see what it is that I'm seeing as I walk by. Plenty of walking space next to this. I'm getting as far away from the fence as I can, and we're just kind of walking along. A lot of them looking at me right now. And what's that guy? What's he holding? This is a camera. I know that you guys haven't. Oh, there you go, right there. Take a look at that. You see how he just came running up on me? That was just saying, hey, keep moving. We're not interested in you being here. And I'm not interested in making you mad, so I'll just keep walking. Yep, he's kind of pacing along with me there. Can I call you Cecil? Is that a good name? Yeah, I'm walking, still moving along. There you go. That was a little bit of Bison warning, said, hey, get going. Yeah, I've gone. Now he's kind of pawing at the ground a little bit. Whew. How about that? Nature at its best, and a little bit of reminder that, yeah, they are inside of an enclosure, but they're not tame. No, that's not so. This is not a petting zoo out here at Botna Bend. Walking up now where the archery area is. There's the you can see where folks have shot arrows here, a couple of places to put those arrows, and the archery range is right back there for the enclosure. So we're just kind of circling back around and headed back towards the area where I began. Boy, heart got going a little bit when that bison decided to give it a little bump again. Kind of an interesting day, huh? So again, as we mentioned before, and by we I mean me, that all of this in the spring was black and it was flat. And you could see just a tiny little bit of life coming into it. But boy, it sure looks different out here now. Walking under a tree, got to duck down just a little bit. So moral of the story with all of this is Botna Bend, one of the 5 parks in the Pottawattamie County Park System. Whatever experience you're looking for, get on out. Enjoy these parks. This is, a lot of people put a lot of work into this. I know we had a chance to talk with John Fenner, who is the ranger here at Botna Bend, and he's also over Old Town. And when he came into the studio, he's been at this for a very long time and understands what it takes to keep all of this going and to make sure that residents and non-residents can have a very high quality experience. So again, I encourage you to get out, go for a stroll. Yeah, I'm doing this on a Thursday just before lunch. Why not? It's an opportunity to experience a little bit of nature. And haven't really seen any butterflies, but then again, it is misting out here right now. So I'm not surprised at the lack of wildlife so far that I've seen here. So again, that's going to wrap up today's show. This is Pottawattamie County Roots, presented by Hoy Kalnoski Funeral Home. A big thank you to everyone, and also a big thank you to our hometown sponsors, including Root Awakening in Avoca. Stop in, see Bella, let her know that, hey, heard about you on Pottawattamie County Roots, and we wanted to come in and get a great cup of coffee, and I'm fairly confident that that's the experience that you're going to have. So, from inside the prairie grass at Botna Bend Park in Hancock, Iowa, my name is Todd Studer. We'll see you next time.